we'll see how to create a buyer. So buyer is nothing but an employee. First we have to create a employee. If we want to create an employee, we will go to HRMS module. Go to HRMS module. We can choose any HRMS responsibility, not a problem. I'm going for human resources, vision enterprises. It's not a problem. People are nothing but employees in Oracle applications. People are nothing but employees in Oracle applications. Enter and maintain. Enter means create a new employee, and maintain means if already employee is there, we can go for any updations, modifications. Now we are going to create a new employee. Select new button, enter employee name, and action. We are creating an employee. Create employment, select employee. Date of birth is minimum required. Then save the record. So what we have done is we have just entered employee name, and we said action is employment, type of action is employee creation, and we have entered the date of birth and save the record. We have saved the record. You have not entered social security number. It's not a problem, it is just a note. If we want to enter social security number, we can enter here. And here we will get the employee number automatically. Once the employee number is created, we will get automatically here. If employee address we want to enter, we will enter here. Employee photo we can upload here. We can assign the employee to other jobs, grades, supervisor, who is the manager of this employee, and employee office details, employment details, applicant background verification, rehire, any medical information, other benefits can be entered. This all. Once we create employee, that we will find in the table called for all people F. For all people F, where employee number equal to whatever employee number generated here, we will take that. So employee number is 2109. We'll find employee full name here, employee number here. Then what is primary key here? Person ID. Person ID is the primary key. Person ID is the primary key here. Every employee required one username and password. Then only employee can log into Oracle applications and make some transactions. So for this employee, we have to provide one username and password. If we want to create usernames and passwords, we'll go to System Administrator Responsibility, we'll go to security menu, user, define, give the username, password, re-enter the password. Right side there is option here, person. Here we have to attach the employee name. Save. So what we are doing, we have created one username called online, and this username we are assigning to the employee called Mr. Rajesh Gupta. If we want to give the username and passwords to the customers or suppliers also, we'll give here only. When we create a user, then whatever responsibilities we want to attach, we can attach, like AOL, or you want to attach inventory, vision operations, purchasing vision operations. Like this we can attach the responsibilities to the user. Whenever we create a user, we know user table, user details we will find in the table called fnd underscore user, where user name equal to this. We have defined user and we have assigned employee. Here we will find a column called employee ID. Employee ID is nothing but a person ID. Previous query we have seen what is the person ID, 31438. That we will find here, 31438. Yes. Employee ID is nothing but a person ID. So how to join these two tables? For all people f dot person ID equal to fnd user dot employee ID. So employee ID, person ID both are same. Now this user can log into Oracle applications and he can go to purchasing module and open some documents. Now we'll verify how the user can log into applications. Log out from current user. Log in with new user. Change the password. Now go to purchasing module. Open some form. Now we can open the forms. Let's say we are going to open requisition form. Now it takes automatically your name here, because current user is online user. This user means indirectly this employee. Okay, but we cannot open all the forms. For example, I'll try to open purchase order form. We are getting a message, you are not set up as a buyer to access this form. You need to be a buyer. Actually this user is one of the employee. This user is one of the employee. How we will tell whether user is employee or not? Just now we have configured. System administrator, while creating the user, we said this user is nothing but an employee, and what is the employee name also we configured here. Okay, so now this user are able to open few forms, not all the forms. If you want to open the all forms, you must be a buyer. Now we'll see how to configure the buyer. So we have to go to purchasing responsibility only. Where do we go to purchasing setup? There is a menu called setup, personal, buyers. Setup personal buyers. This is the form where we make the employee as a buyer. We'll make the employee as a buyer. Go down, there is a option add buyer. Select add buyer option and attach employee name in the buyers list. Select employee name and what are the items he can buy, for which location he can buy the goods, how long he is going to be a buyer, from date and to date we can configure, and everything is fine. Save. Once we create the buyer successfully, then if we want to search the buyer name, we can search here. Yes. Next, I think we have added another employee name. Our employee is a Rajesh Gupta. This is what our employee name. Select, save. Now it has done successfully. Now the current user is a buyer. This online means internally Rajesh Gupta. Now Rajesh Gupta is one of the employee and also is one of the buyer. If he is a buyer, he can open the order forms. See, now we can see here buyer name has come. Automatically the current employee name has come into this picture. This is how to make the employee as a buyer. So if we want to have the buyer details, we will find in the table called PO agents. PO agents, where agent ID equal to primary key is agent ID. Agent is nothing but a buyer. So first we will create an employee, then create username and password to the employee and create the agent. This is how we can create a buyer.